Hi there, it's Barbara here at Mud to Art the Clay Room in Baltimore. It is freezing here. Don't mind my hat here. I was out trying to break up some ice today behind the car. Didn't work. It's too hard. Anyway, I was watching the other day Audrey on Audrey Lynn Studios, and she was making birdhouses, and I'm sitting there, and I've been thinking, I love to use leaves, the real leaves, and make the platters and the bowls. And I had just made these small Hosta leaf dishes, and I was sitting there and I'm going, I could make a bird feeder from the Hosta leaves, the little ones. And so I meant to show you how to do the leaves to make them dishes or platters or whatever, and I didn't turn it on while I was doing it, but I did these the other day, and now they're leather hard. They may be even a little bit past, but I did the leaves and put them in dishes to slump the way they need to slump. And then here is how I decided to make the tube for the feeder. And I wanted to texture it in some way, and then I thought I can put the leaves on that too, so I did. So the actual tube that holds all the food also has the Hosta leaf texture. This is the leaf I'm taking off. If I do it carefully, I might be able to get another one out of it. This leaf has been amazing. This one Hosta leaf has made like 4 dishes already. Usually I'm lucky I get 2. And look at that. I think I can get another one out of it. It's still in pretty good shape. So that's the next video. I will do that start to finish, make the dish from the Hosta leaf. So first I'm going to peel off all this as much as I can. The rest let's get it back in round. Okay, so it's definitely leaning. It is not level. This part looks, no, that part's not. Okay, that's the side that needs cut off. So let's see what we can do here. Let me just try and trim this off kind of level. That's pretty good. Let's see how that does. Oh, still a little lopsided. This side's too high. Oh, I took a divot there. Let's see what happens. Okay, we'll get there. I mean, it would be smart if I would set it on a bandy wheel. Okay, that's pretty level, because we're gonna, so this is the tube, this dish that curves this way, this leaf is the bottom where the tube will sit and the birds will gather. So it'll go like this. And then this one, I slump the opposite direction. So I want the pattern to show. So on this one, the pattern was slumped with the pattern up, so it's that way. The pattern is on the, what you'd consider to be the, if it was a dish, it'd be that way. So it's slumped with the pattern on the top. And it's going to sit like that. Isn't that going to be the cutest little bird feeder? So all we have to do is, I'm going to put some slip on the bottom of this so that I can see where it goes. Where's my brush I want? Uh-oh, I lost my slip. Here it is. I'm going to mark this where it's going to be with slip so I can scruff it up, score it, and not have to score a bunch of places. That doesn't look quite in the center. Let's try that. More slip so it shows when I put it down. I think it needs to go this way a little bit. That looks pretty centered. Okay. And going to score that. I don't want to get a bunch of scoring outside of it because I didn't want to mess up the leaf texture. Okay, now a lot of slip because this is actually drier than I want it to be. I'd like it to be a little more, well, it needs to be firm, so I guess that's okay. Now I'm going to have a hole in these, and I'd like it to be pretty much in the same place. So since these are the same leaf, I am going to put one on top of the other and make my hole through both of them so I know where the hole should be, and it'll be lined up. There we go. Now I can cut a reasonable hole, which I think I'll try it with this, see if this does it. So the hole only has to be big enough for the wire to go through, and I have made other bird feeders a lot more complicated than this, and this is going to be much simpler. I like this plan better. So I'm going to make this hole. It only has to be big enough to fit that wire through. There we go. So I'm using a straw, which will be plenty big, but I'll put some kind of a stopper or something there. All right, so now back to putting this on. And all these pieces of leaf will just dry, and if they don't fall off, when they're dry, if I can't get them off, then they will burn out in the bisque fire. Okay, so that's on. Put some slip around it, and I will put a coil because I want to make sure that it is hooked on there good. Put some clay right here. Make a coil. I think I'm really going to love this bird feeder. I love to feed the birds. I actually have a YouTube, I mean not a YouTube, a Facebook group. I like to do nature photography as well as clay. And so if I can't go like walking in the parks and stuff, I have view from the catio, which is out my front yard, big pine tree and feeders, and I sit and watch the birds and take pictures and of course feed them. So you know, I could put this on a turntable. I think I'll do that. That will make it a little bit easier. I'm going to put a piece of parchment down so it doesn't stick. There we go. Feels better. Okay, so I'm just going to seal this coil around here to make sure that this is attached good. I think it'd be easier if I used a tool. Of course, finding my tools is always a problem because I do classes and workshops, and this is my home, and this part of the basement where my studio is technically doesn't have enough room. So the clay room happens in my dining room. So part of the week it becomes the studio, and then I try and clean it all up because I really like to have sit-down dinners with dishes and, you know, seasonal dishes and nice meals. And when it's full of clay and tools, that's hard to do. But my tools end up being up there a lot when I need them. That was what was causing that. So I'm always running up and down, trying to find my tools, because I take them up for the class and then they haven't been brought back down. Eventually I will get organized enough that I'll just make sure I just leave the tools I need down here, like a full set, without getting them mixed in with the student tools that are in boxes upstairs. All right, so that looks like it's sealed well. I didn't lose too much of the... And then, so this was really simple. I do have to cut out the holes, but the other last part, this doesn't get attached. It will get a wire through it here and all the way down there, and then you will just pick it up, the wire, fill it, and put it back down. So this doesn't actually need anything but the hole cut. This needs the, this is still a little crooked. I'm gonna see if I can level that off some. I'm eyeing it because it doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want it as crooked as it was. That looks better. Let's see how it sits now. Oh, much better. Here we go. Oh, should I put the leaves that way or should I line them up? I thought I would do them opposite, like the end of the leaf and the stem and the end of the leaf. Could do it this way. One leaf one way, one leaf the other way. Well, we'll figure that out later. So the only thing left now is to cut out the little holes for the food to come out at the bottom. So let me see. Definitely need one here. They don't have to be too big because we don't want to lose all the seed out. Okay, so there's one. I guess I should do it all the way around so that the birds can eat on all sides. And I'm just doing it freehand. 2. And I want to give a shout out to Sheila from Cozy Ceramics, because she actually subscribed. Thank you very much. I watch her and Audrey and Far Forest, and I can't even remember them all right now, but that whole group I watch every morning to see if they put up anything new. I just enjoy watching what they do and get ideas and inspiration. And so anyway, she messaged and she kind of reminded me. She said, I'd love to see how you make those leaf bowls. And so I will do that next. That'll be the next video. I was planning to do it anyway, and I meant to do it when I was making these, like I said, and forgot to. I just got into it and wasn't even thinking. Okay, so here is our bird feeder. It's got 4 places. Put the seeds in. It'll all come out there. There'll be a wire through here. It goes up, and it'll come through this leaf, and it'll hang like that. And when you want to fill it, just slide this up. Fill it and it slides back down. So this will dry and then go in the kiln, and I will do the kiln opening, and it'll get glazed, but we'll see how it fares through the kiln. It should be fine. And then I'll glaze it, and then you'll see the finished product when it comes out of the kiln. So thank you very much. And what was I going to do? Oh, since I have you here, let's walk over to Bridget, the, excuse me, the big kiln, and see what's, I fired yesterday. We had a flood. I had washed some stuff with the clay and some clay towels and some, I don't know what it was, but it was a lot of dirt evidently that didn't get off of them before we went in. And luckily I had a strainer in the tub where the water comes out from the washer, and it got so filled up catching it that I had a flood down here. It all came up over the sink and all over the floor, but it's dry now. So anyway, but I did fire Bridget, and it's a bisque fire. So the Monday night group, the Monday night clay ladies, are going to have a Galentine's dinner, and together on Monday 14th, 16th, and they were assigned the task of making their Valentine plate to have dinner on. And so 2 of them they came out in the other kiln, I don't know, sometime last week. But Amanda, who is a nurse, among other things, she made an anatomical heart on her plate that will then get done with underglaze and that. So this is her bisque of her plate. Let me see if I've got it. I think it goes this way, right side up. So can you see that? This is her heart plate. And she also sculpted a heart, a little heart box, I guess, and inside there's a little Valentine heart. What do they call them? Anyway, so that's Amanda's, and she also just made a heart pendant. I'm going to move this to a safe place. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what's underneath. I think it's a leaf. It is. It's a leaf bowl, one of the Hosta bowls. I just love these. I mean, obviously I keep telling you I love them. Look at this. Isn't that nice? Look at that bowl. So I can't wait to glaze that. They just are, when they come out of it, the glaze, they're always so gorgeous. I think the shape of them, the pattern in it, it's just natural. It's the actual leaf. So anything there where the leaf has had little rips or whatever is there, but oh, I love them. Anyway, so this is the latest little bowl. Well, not little, but it's not the biggest bowl that I've made. And I just realized I didn't put a microphone on, so I hope you can hear me when I go back there. I told you I'm not good at this technical stuff. It's not my thing, but here's this was a real leaf, a very tiny one I found. Look how cute that is. And that was its stem. So a little trinket dish. And then I made a couple rattles. Little heart rattles. Like the conversation hearts. I like that. And that's all that's in here. So that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and please, if you would subscribe and comment if there's something you want me to show or you have questions. And thanks. See you later. Bye.